I drilled through. I had this clamped down and with a couple clamps, and when it cut through that, well, that was no longer there, and that was just stupid. I hadn't planned on that. So I think Whiskey had mentioned that to cut out a piece to fit in here with just the blank would hold this in place, and it would. I've got to be specific on the outside diameter to the wall here and to here, and it has to be perfect to get the hole in the center so that the manifold lines up perfectly with this, vertically and laterally. So I just took some weld-on 16 and put a piece of plastic in here, and I'll mark that, use that for my guide. The top rack itself, once the hole's through there, will guide my hole saw into the second one, hopefully, and should be fine, good to go. So wish me luck on that. Okay, so I knew my holes are just over 3 inches in diameter because my canisters are 3 inches, and I got a piece of wood here that just happened to be right at 1.5 inches. So put it on one edge of my hole and marked it with a fine tipped Sharpie, and come to the other side and do the same. I've got 2 lines that are within 1/8 of an inch apart, and I will drill a pilot hole directly in between those two, so it should be right center. Oh golly, I'm worried now. Size of a hole saw sure takes a lot of torque. That's why I couldn't use that other pilot shank, because that torque, it just kept coming loose. Got one hole through. Yay. The way that other one was, the other shank was not holding on to the hole saw, it would jump out of here and it was starting to tear up the rest of the surface, and I thought I better order what I needed. So you can see where I did the weld on there and put a piece of plexiglass on there. So anybody ever wonder, plexiglass does work with weld on. So now I have a guide for my second hole. can do away with my bio-pellet reactor that is on the outside of my sump. I'll have one internal and hopefully it fits. My hole is oversized just a little bit. It needs to be 3.5. I bought a 3 5/8, so that gives me just a little bit of play. Hopefully it'll work. Guys, thanks for putting up with my idiotic videos. It works. Happy reefing. Okay, the reason I chose this hole here on the end for my bio pellets is specific to the pump design. I took a 1-inch threaded by slip, it's threaded on the top and slip on the bottom, fitting in the saw, and I made 2 flats at 90 degrees to each other and cemented it permanently into the acrylic here. And over here on the end, this is on the side of the sump. Down here is the inlet to my skimmer pump, the suction side. So what I do is I will run a piece of PVC down here, 45-degree angle, right into the inlet of the skimmer pump. And whatever doesn't get removed by the skimmer will be rerouted back to the tank and be coral food. So that's why I chose the hole here on the end over any of the other ones.